What's up guys, it's Let Us Play, and welcome to the third episode of the Reign of Swords playthrough. Today we're taking on the third mission in the Kingdom of Carrone. Let's see, mission type Eliminate. You'll have ones where it's like survive X turns or like capture objectives and stuff like that, so there's different mission types. Protect the Emperor. If this might be the one that I... Yep, okay, there we go. Our Eastern Division has been completely shattered. He leads his vanguard at the Emperor. We must reach him before he's overrun. So, we only get this one little space, I'm pretty sure, to deploy our units into. You can see the orange units are the enemy, the turquoise color are the allies, and then the dark blue is going to be the Emperor. So I'm pretty sure this unit here can't die. And then this is the main bad guy, this hero unit on the red side. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to load up with... I don't know if we'll do catapult this time around. It costs 300. Let me just see how many units I can get that without, you know, spending a lot on this. So I'll do that. Oh, not enough points. Let me make... I think I'm gonna want an archer unit though. Yeah. All right. So that's fine. We used up all of our points. I'm assuming that if you use your points all the way down to 0 instead of leaving like 25 or 50 left over, that it's gives you the most amount of power. But there's also like a lot of strategizing you can do around the like terrain and stuff like that. But this will be good for this mission. Capture the boy if possible, cut down the rest. I don't know why they why this mission started the catapult and that militia soldier out right there. They're just gonna get they're just gonna get destroyed. Yeah, they instantly both died, but that's okay. You can see the king has like he has very few soldiers, but they're all insane, like the priest, and I don't remember the name of this one. It might just be the mage or something like that, but he's like a magic user. He can do like fireballs and lightning strikes and stuff like that. You'll see how he works. This is a very expensive unit. It's one of the most expensive in the game. I don't want to charge necessarily because I don't want to just run straight at the pikemen with the high like defense rating. So I think what I'll do is I will just get in position to come around the back and hit the archer unit and the swordsman and halberdier units at a different time. So I'll move my pikemen into the position here. I'll let the turquoise and the orange guy scrap it out because that fight's going to last so long that we'll be able to kind of kill the red units, and then after all these guys are destroyed, come back up and help later. So I'm not too worried about them for the time being. Move all my units into position and we will see what the Emperor does. Yeah, so here's the allied tooltip again. We just got this in the last fight, so I hope this doesn't come up every single time. But green, blue, turquoise, red, orange, yellow. Yep, so that's what I thought. So here are the lightning strikes from the mage. He can teleport, or he can do his movement action basically, which the animation is just a teleport, and then he can attack, which is super useful. I think he has like I know he has 3 attacks, and the 2 that I always used to use are the lightning and the fireball because they do the most damage, but I think the other one is like a CC, like a crowd control with like a freezing type of mechanic to it. I don't remember exactly, but yep, now we have to wait and watch as all these militiamen and all these foot soldiers kind of hack at each other. Man, I wish they have some really cool like slashing sound effects in this game, and the pikes make a stabbing noise and all this stuff, and there's like a death sound and little death like animation and stuff, and all that's like kind of missing since it's like a ported emulator version, which is unfortunate, but I'm just glad I can experience like the gameplay again, because the gameplay is honestly just like, it's so simple, but it's so like you can just play this for hours and it's honestly just such a blast. Alright, so Man, that is a lot of units. There has to be like 30 or 40 units here just going back and forth. Since we're only at the start, we only have access to like 7 or 8 at a time. Yeah, and I know the longbow sound effects are like a whistling noise, which is really, really cool. The mage thunder, the lightning strikes from the mage make huge, like, booming, lightning cracks. This game was like, it had a lot of features that were like really amazing for the time that was made, because mobile games were like still in their like infancy in the mid 2000s. I mean, the iPhone only came out in like 2007, I'm pretty sure. So this game was like I could do 98 damage to this guy. Wow. This game was very much like one of the first like really well developed mobile games that I experienced. I know another one that I remember, now that I think about it, was called Eliminate, and that was a shooting game. And I used to have a ton of friends that played that one too. That was another really like well developed. That one had PvP. This game actually had PvP as well. I forgot to. So that's the freezing ice attack. I think these units get a lower movement now after on their next turn, but I actually don't know. The PvP in this game, one of the reasons I actually wanted to, like, I looked into finding this game again recently, was the PvP in this game wasn't like normal, like I move my units and then I wait for the other guy on the internet to like move their units. You would deploy your units like we did at the start of the game, and it was completely controlled by AI. So it'd be my units that I put down, and they would auto fight like the units that we're seeing here do. They would just, move up and just hack at each other. And if the units that you put down were strategically like placed better, because you both got to use the same amount of points and everything, you have access to like the same units, assuming you play the game a lot and like built your army up from the campaign. It was basically just who knew which units were stronger and who positioned them better and like that type of thing. But it was like auto chess. Like you would put the units down, and then when the battle would start, you would just watch. Like everything would happen for you. You couldn't control it. And I remember that the current TFT set that came out, I didn't really like the set as much as previous ones. So I'm like, oh, what are the other auto chess games out there? Because I played the original Dota auto chess mod. But I was like, I couldn't find one I liked, and I'm like, man, remember that old game, Reign of Swords? It had that, like, it was like auto chess styled combat before auto chess like existed. Like you would deploy units and they would fight for you with AI, and I was like, I wonder what happened to that game. And that's kind of how I was led into finding this game again. So yeah, just a cool little story about that. I kind of forgot. I sort of forgot how the PvP worked for a little bit, but yeah, it was super cool. I was super in love with the PvP. I would always, because like how it worked is you would find a match, and then it would like, oh, it would match you, and then you would deploy your units, but you had to wait for the other person to deploy their units. So usually what would end up happening was like you would deploy yours, and then you'd have to wait. You would literally wait like an hour, because the other person had to first deploy their units, and then they had to like click confirm and like start the game, and then it would have to like play out. And then once it was done, you would go back like in hindsight and see like oh, this is how it played out, and then you would just watch it on your phone. So a lot of times if the person just took forever, if they like AFK'd or something, you would literally be waiting like half an hour or something like that to like watch the actual battle. But it was perfect for like, you could start a PvP battle, be like, okay, yep, that's what I did, and then like go back into the campaign and just play the campaign, and then after you did a mission, you would like go back and watch your PvP fight. Man, I remember just sitting on the bus. The school I went to when I used to play this game all the time was like super far away from where I lived, so our bus rides were like 45 minutes to an hour long, and we would all just play Reign of Swords on the bus. Alright. So the fight started to take shape. The turquoise guy kind of wrecked the orange guy. Like, we didn't even have to like go up there and help them really, but the main bad dude is about to die. His hero unit has 1 HP. And normally this game in the campaign mode will like signify like the kings and the emperors, and the main guy you're supposed to defeat are supposed to be like represented by This unit's called the hero. It's just like the ultimate cavalry unit, basically. This is the unit last episode, actually, that I mentioned. If you attack them with a melee unit, they will always hit first, I'm pretty sure. I actually can try and demonstrate that to you. Let me see if my pikemen can go up here and hit. Yeah, so you see how the hero tried to hit my guy first before my guy was able to attack. So Duke Pellis has been defeated. Nice. Morovin is actually the next kingdom that we get to go to, I'm pretty sure. Alright. So we just have... Oh shit, I forgot how that worked. I accidentally ended my turn without doing anything with that character. I was trying to like scroll up because I had more movement range, you know, upwards. The movement in this is kind of janky. It doesn't move like... I wish it was kind of like if your mouse got close to the edge like this, that it would move your camera, but you have to click and drag like that. So if you're hovering, if you have a unit like this, and you want to look upwards, I don't know how to... Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's the BlueStacks emulator. If you, I don't know how to like... I guess I can click and hold, or... I don't know how to like look upwards. That's something that I have to figure out, because there's gonna be a lot of situations where I'll need to move the camera while I have a unit selected like that, but it shouldn't affect too much. It's literally like one square of movement like difference, but who knows. So it looks like within the next like 2 turns we will have defeated this mission. I think moving forward there's not going to be a whole lot of like allied sort of battles where we're just the supporting army to a much like bigger other army. I think once we move into different kingdoms, that we're going to be the main fighting force moving forward. All right, so what do they have? 4 units left. Okay, nice. It's not. Is it even like worth moving? I think the game will be over by the time these units are even able to hit anything else. So I'll just use my cavalry. Just line them up. Then I can prematurely go to the menu and end my turn. I can see all the icons, like when it switches turns and says like Rebel Army and stuff like that. They have different sound effects, and like there's like trumpets and like you know, big like horns that it plays when it's like the different unit, like different kingdoms turns, like dun dun dun, and like lets you like attack after that. And the music is very like battle drum type music, but nice. All right, the enemy's broken. We won, but not without cost. Who's the leader? It's Sir Lettuce Plate. Let's go, dude. That's me. Carrone has lost much today, half of its army and much of its knighthood. Except the title of Knight Banneret. Bear your own sigil. Well, I already kind of have done that, but... oh, that's right. Before this point in the mobile game, you couldn't choose your own sigil. You were stuck with that white and red kind of cross emblem that we had that I changed in the first episode up until this point, and then after this you could choose your own like colors and logo and everything. Lead your own men to conquer the rebellion. Oh, so we're squashing a rebellion? Why is there a rebellion in the first place, dude? I need to know the terms. Oh, but we'll get land and title if we win, so never mind. I don't care. I don't care if you're an oppressive, you know, emperor or kingdom. I get land and title. Let's go. Alright, we get these new units. So we get the 3 militiamen. These are like the very, very base units. So I guess now that we have our own kind of title, we're starting to recruit more of an army. We get some militiamen to train up, and then we get the hero. I will be using this in like every single fight because this unit is insanely strong. Yeah, so if you thought my knight, I think this is the knight, if you thought my knight was was one-shotting people. The hero does ludicrous damage. But yeah, sweet. And I think the hero is supposed to represent like me, like that's supposed to be like my character there. But you can get more than one of them. I actually don't know. Yeah, so you get these. I don't know what this is called actually. This like eagle on the like crest type unit. But yeah. All right. So we have conquered the kingdom of Carrone. You can see that the I don't know why this color is blue. Can I? Did they think this white color is blue? I wonder if like if it go yellow, it doesn't change. I wonder if it's always just blue, and then like the foreground color. Huh? It doesn't change. I don't know why that's the case, but at least it has green. All right. So we have, oh, you can see the different colors now. We have unlocked the Kingdom of Morovin to the west and the Kingdom of Bordavia to the east. I actually don't know which one I'm going to do first. We don't get any like indication of what the different units are, so we get 1,500 points for this one. I think the points will kind of tell you how long that the mission is. So I think I might just start with Bordavia in the next episode, because it kind of doesn't have any ties to any of the other kingdoms. Once we finish Morovin, we'll get to like go to Marseille and then Aguillon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one. But then once we finish Morovin, I think we unlock 2 different ones, and then we'll eventually get to go to Hoon World, I believe that is. It's not Rune. Oh, Hoonwald. Strange names. I've never really said them out loud, so I don't really remember like what they're called. I think the last thing I'm gonna do to end this episode is I'm going to convert the rest of my my 3 militiamen, because the militiamen are like awful units, into some upgraded units, just so you can see what that's like. So I think I'm gonna do one of them into a footman, and the other 2 I'm going to make into archers. So let's go and do that. So we get 5 footmen now, and then we will do an archer and another archer. Nice. So now we have 3 kind of bow and arrow ranged units to kind of go in the back line with my catapult, and then we get an additional footman unit. I don't know what makes the pikeman. Oh, a halberdier, or... Okay. Gotcha. So great swordsman is... I never really build those. I never really enjoyed having them. They have a lower movement, and they always hit seconds. They just die very easily once you're facing units that deal a lot more damage, like the cavalry and the if they get hit by siege units, they just instantly become much weaker since they're always like low on health, but they have like really insane offensive output. But I think that is going to be it for now. It still says I have 2 upgrades, but I think once I like go into a kingdom or something, that'll update and those will go away. But yeah, that'll be the end of the 3rd episode of the Reign of Swords playthrough. We have conquered the Kingdom of Carrone. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Let Us Play. I'll catch you guys next time.